Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Mike again. I wanted to create a follow-up video to the one that I created last night. It seemed to get quite a few views and likes and comments regarding the fact that it seemed like silver bullion was selling out at the online retailers. And it seems like, as of right now, the last time I checked, I'm going to go ahead and poke around and see while I'm doing this. It seems like it's still an issue. We're still having problems grabbing it off places like AppMex. So let's go to AppMex real quick and take a peek here. They're saying basically due to unprecedented demand on physical silver products, we're unable to accept any additional orders on a large number of products until global markets open Sunday evening. So Sunday evening, depending, I'm guessing Eastern time zone for this, U.S. Eastern time zone. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by Sunday evening because it's Sunday evening for some people. That being said, though, I did last night jump onto eBay and actually made a few purchases because it seemed like prices were stable there, and maybe that's a bad idea. Who knows? We'll see. I didn't purchase, any amount of anything that would cause me serious problems. But I thought, hey, you know what? I'm having issues on places like AppMex and some of the other silver places. Let me get online and see what eBay's doing. And sure enough, I was able to purchase a few ounces of silver at a respectable price, just about the same price you'd pay if you bought with a credit card or PayPal from AppMex or any of the other dealers. However, this morning I thought, let me get on there and take a look and see what's going on. And sure enough, I guess there are a whole bunch of orders came through last night, and a lot of the eBayers are probably going, what the heck is going on? Silver prices have gone up. So last night, I purchased a 1 troy ounce American flag, 0.999 fine silver bar sealed from Pinehurst Coins. And I paid, I think it was like $34, $35. Yeah, that's a little expensive. It's quite a bit over spot, but again, it seems pretty par for the course whenever you're paying with, PayPal or anything like that. Plus eBay, they have their, final value fee. But again, can't buy anything anywhere else really. It's really kind of sketchy and difficult. I'm gonna go here and purchase a few more things. Today, or as of right now, $41.74. So obviously, they're starting to pick up on this, and now they're raising the prices. Makes sense, supply and demand, right? As I go down here, I started looking at some of the costs for the 10 ounces, because 10 ounces is a pretty large step up. It's one exponent up. And as of yesterday, I saw quite a few 10 ounce bars going for around anywhere from about $300, and that was on the very low end, to generally averaging about $315, $320, $325. Today, when I get on there, $400. You can get a lot of 10 coins for $381. You can get a lot of 1 troy ounces for $412. And that's from that Pinehurst coin. So this, Pinehurst coin seems to have a pretty big presence here on eBay. But here's one, right? But this is a bid. So these aren't even buy it now. So let me make sure I click the buy it now real quick. And as I scroll through here, yeah, I mean, $485. $485. And this was something that I know yesterday was going for $330. $330, yes, 10 troy ounces. Now, another bar here, $425. Someone's got one on here for $510. Now, of course, eBay is pretty famous for some of its scalping, activity. But again, if you can't get online and buy stuff, and you've got a bunch of people who are panicking, going, "Oh God, I better get into it." And I'm hearing that silver might go to $1,000 an ounce. Then shoot, $510 for 10 ounces. That's you're gonna make bank, right? No big deal. And so a lot of these sellers are going to take that into consideration. But the interesting aspect is what is it going to look like here Sunday evening, or whatever Sunday evening is for these online retailers? What does that look like? Some of these online retailers are selling on here too. So it's not just like they have a presence only on their website, on their e-commerce site, but they also have one on eBay and probably Amazon or whatever else. So we're seeing them price up here as well. I wonder, is it going to be a large enough supply to cover the demand, or are these initial prices, the start of the inflated run up? I don't know. It's interesting. I bought in. I figured, what? Let me grab some silver. It's not like it's a terrible investment. Grab some, throw it into the safe, be done, and we're good to go. If it happens to go, great. If it doesn't, well, it's kind of a hedged bet against inflation. Now, all that being said, there is one thing I do want to discuss, is the concern I have, though, with what could become a very interesting reality. If this actually turns out to be a legitimate run-up on the price of silver, the impact it's going to have will be tremendous. Tremendous. Right now, I think there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm going to make a lot of money. But I want everyone to take a step back and think about all the things that they have that require silver. Your cell phones, your computers, solar panels. There's a plethora of things. It's used in a lot of technology. If silver goes up to $1,000, $500, $200, it doesn't matter. It goes up that much. Your devices are going to increase in price dramatically. So while you'll have this silver bullion that is worth a heck of a lot, technically more than what you paid for it, it is going to cause prices to, and this may not be the appropriate use of the word, but I think it applies regardless, to inflate. They're going to inflate. So all of the money you're going to make off the silver investment, you may have to use to purchase your technologies. So you may not gain any money at all. You may hedge yourself against losing value, like if you just had dollar bills. But at the end of the day, your value itself may not change at all. You just may hedge yourself against the losses you would have taken if you'd have held on to your dollar. And that's a good thing. You should, right? You should always hedge your losses. You should always make sure that you're beating inflation so that you can make more money. At least that's how I understand it. Again, I'm not a professional investor, and none of this is true advice, but I'm just kind of pointing out the potential downsides to what is taking place right now. There's a lot of companies out there, this green stuff that's taking place. There's companies like Tesla. Everyone knows about Tesla. They got the solar panel roofs. And I started thinking to myself, everyone's talking about how wonderful it's going to be. They're going to start putting these roofs on. They're pricing it into their stock. And I'm sitting here scratching my head going, well, if silver prices go up, it's going to become more expensive potentially to produce solar panels. And that makes these roofs more expensive, which means that there's downward pressure on the ability for Tesla to sell these things. Also, batteries. I could be wrong. I think there's silver in batteries. I could be totally wrong. I know there's other rare metals that are going there. But if there's also the argument I think could be made that if silver drives up, what else will go up? If there's a short squeeze in silver because we're finding out that the reality is that the silver that we've allegedly sold doesn't exist, right? And people are scrambling to get silver into their possession. What other metals are in that same situation? What other things are in that same situation? And that's probably the point, right? How much is oversold? How much is overbooked? It's like going to the airlines, they overbook, and getting up there and finding out that they really did overbook bad, and you're going to be told, I'm sorry, you're going to have to take another flight. It's massively inconvenient. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've actually been in that situation in my life. They give you a coupon and put you maybe in first class if they can on the next flight, but that's if you needed to be somewhere on time, that doesn't help, right? And if you're producing electronics, it doesn't help. And with the tariffs and everything else going on, if you're into computer technology like me, if you want a new graphics card, you want new memory, you want any of these things, and prices are already going up, this is just another impetus for them to go up and even more. I fear that within the next few months, a lot of people are going to look back and think to themselves, oh my God, I was having to pay $400 over MSRP for a GPU. They're going to wish they had done that because now it's going to be $500 or $600 over MSRP because that MSRP is going to go up. The original MSRP. I don't know. 2021 is turning out to be very interesting. I think we're beginning to see a lot of the fallout that 2020 has created. 2020 was the explosion. Boom. And now the debris is starting to come back down, and we're starting to feel the effects of it. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting year. When I first started thinking about coming back and just doing some YouTube commentary because I enjoy talking about things, I intended on doing technology only. And it's already, 2021's already changed that. Here I am talking about silver investments. It's crazy. But in any case, I don't know. There's a lot at play here. It's going to be a fascinating week. I think a lot of us are going to have hopefully some fun watching it. I hope a few of you, make out well. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but in any case, I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know what you think about anything I've said here down in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm a complete nincompoop? That's okay. I can take it. I can dish it and I can take it. Let me know. And in any case, I hope you guys and gals have a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful day, wherever you might be. And until next time.